Boys of Arkansas Tech University. Now let's meet the starting lineups. For Harding at guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Lone Oak, Arkansas, number 10, Bradley Spencer.
And we welcome you back to the beautiful DeSoto Civic Center here in South Haven, Mississippi. Harding and Arkansas Tech on the men's side for the tournament title. We'll begin with Harding, and they're coached by Jeff Morgan. He is in his 18th year as the head coach.
Arkansas, number 15, Stephen
and a
Blake.
Starting lineup for the Harding Bisons. They'll have Spencer, Blake, Brown, that's Kevin and Sam, and Kirk Porter in their starting lineup. And as we mentioned, the fact that West Georgia and Alabama Huntsville were the victims of the Bison to get here to the championship game. Arkansas Tech is coached by Doug Carlskent in his second year as the head coach, and his team is 24-4 on the season. And there's a good look at Coach Carlskent, and his starting lineup today will feature good balance, good scoring, good rebounding, and a lot of things with Johnny Davis, Lath Massey, Jeremy Dunbar, James Causey, and James Giles, and those guys have been outstanding. We should have a good matchup. Tech has been hitting on all cylinders, but Harding, when you're 24-4 in this league, you're a threat to anybody.
You know, it's hard to say at 24-4 that they'd be the Cinderella team of this tournament. But everybody loves Jeff Morgan, though, coach over there. This is their last year in the Gulf South Conference, and he's never won a conference championship. So he's got a group of kids that have started 3 and 4 years for him. So I think they're ready to make a run at this thing.
Well, both teams will be excited to have a chance to take home that tournament trophy. And Arkansas Tech, of course, looking for its back-to-back GSC tournament title. They were the #1 seed on the West. The series between these two, they have, of course, both Arkansas schools that get after it. And look at that. I think they've met a few times, 110 times. Arkansas Tech leads 57-52, and Harding leads 4-2 on neutral ground, so to speak. Well, that's a lot of meetings, Coach.
They're both transferring to the same league. They probably wish they were going to 2 different leagues because they do know each other extremely well going into this finals. Both of them have seen each other as well as played each other twice, so they know how to prepare for this ball game.
Well, Jeff Morgan, like I say, 18 years of steady basketball at Harding. Plus, both of these coaches are fine gentlemen, and they like each other, and it'll end right now for about 40 minutes, but other than that, we're looking forward to this championship game. It should be a really good one.
Very similar in the way they play. They both really get after you and scrap and play. This should be a very physical, intense ball game.
Well, Harding controls the opening tap. Harding in black, Arkansas Tech in the yellow. And Harding has the first possession. There's Kevin Brown. He's been a star in this tournament. First team all-conference performer, gets the first 2 in this basketball game.
He may be my favorite warrior in this whole thing. He's been starting for 4 years. A quiet kid, doesn't say anything. He just plays so hard. Comes out of a great high school program in Hughes, Arkansas.
Number 13 is Lath Massey. He's the guy that makes them go. Giles can't get the little baby turnaround. And here comes Harding with the ball and the 2-point lead.
Tremendous amount of experience on both teams on the floor. These 4 of these starters for Arkansas Tech have been on 2 championship teams already.
Boy, that helps you a lot. Here's Johnny Davis on a breakaway to lay it up and in. Davis has been big time. He had 28 yesterday against Valdosta State.
And the other wing had 30. They can really shoot it. Both wings, Dunlap wore it out also.
We're going to see some great man-to-man, too.
Well, they're excited right now, aren't they? They're playing with great emotion.
Straight away, Sam Brown can't get it to go. And 1 shot only. And Lath Massey. This young man is a pleasure to watch.
He's as good a guard as I've seen in a long time in this league. And he knows his team. He sets them up. He makes them all better around him.
Yes, he does. Too strong on that shot by Causey. 2 guys go down on the hardwood. And it's going to be Harding basketball.
The thing that you see immediately, those that are just watching with us, you don't see a lot of big guys on the floor. Very guard-oriented, both teams.
They may not be big, but that's only in size. They can get up, a lot of heart. This young man in particular, Stephen Blake lit it up for 27 against Alabama Huntsville last night. Brown trying to work against Causey. Causey goes down, no call, but it ends up as a turnover for the Bison. Jeremy Dunbar, one of those scorers Coach was talking about.
Oh, he wore it out last night. And you know, it's hard to pick the MVP for Tech. They're such a complete good team. Shooters, rebounders, everybody defends.
They're looking down low, and there it goes to Brown.
There's the Warrior again.
Kevin Brown.
He's 8th in the GSC in scoring, averages 15-3 a game and 7 rebounds. And he is 6'4". Got to use Arkansas. There's Massey. Boy, he is so smooth. Came up a little bit short there. And Harding was on the baseline, so it'll belong to Arkansas Tech.
This game's opening up extremely. Here's a replay right here. Good feed. Threw it over the top of the defender, and he finishes inside. Excellent play by Brown.
Massey struggling to get it in. Giles goes to get it, and he has one of those big sneakers on the sideline. Now, if that been you or me, we'd been okay.
We're fine, yeah. He was out by another foot. Yeah.
I don't think my 9.5 would have been a problem.
I'm going to make this point early, and we said it last night. It was so true. This game could be won by both teams' benches, because I thought the depth for Harding last night was crucial. They bring in 2 different post players that played just as good as these 2 guys here. So that was key. And then there's some shooters on the bench for Tech that are going to come in and make a difference in this game.
Oh, Kevin Brown, another good move. He has a quick first step, doesn't he?
You know, he got here as a sophomore in 208 in the finals, and he hadn't been back, and he wants to make this one the most he can. Got in early foul trouble last night, had to sit a long time. And I don't think he wants to do that tonight. His team needs him.
And his teammate Stephen Blake really picked it up, as I mentioned. Here's Massey backing his way in with that good size as a guard. Tried to put it up, had it blocked. It was on top of the basketball, the hand was, so the possession arrow stays with Tech. Well, that's pretty clean defensively.
The way they run their set, I don't know that I've ever seen it run quite like this, but they spread the floor, and Massey, the point guard, backs his man down in the lane and finishes on him, and they've done it to everybody they've played for 3 years.
Massey, one of those seniors we talked about, he gets it back after throwing it in, and he's fouled. I think Kirk Porter is going to pick up the personal.
That was number 24.
It is on Porter. That's the first team foul. First foul in the ball game.
2 foul shots.
So it's Kevin Brown 6, Arkansas Tech 2.
Nice shot.
And Massey, a 62% free throw shooter. This young man second in the GSC in assists at 5.4. Last night against OBU, he had 9 points, 8 assists.
Now, the little guard with the ball, we're going to talk more about him as the game goes on. You very rarely see a guard as small as him playing in this league, and you very rarely see one that plays as well as he does.
I know who knows who he is now. That's the Alabama Huntsville folks.
They sure do. They sure do. He had about 26 last night on them, and just is a tremendous success story. Begged to walk on, walked on. Now he's their leading shooter.
He had 4 of 6 threes. As a team, Harding had 14 threes yesterday.
And the guy with the ball right there had 4 or 5 of them. He really played well.
Speaking of Sam Brown, giving it up, free throw line, jump on the way, and in the sack for Kirk Porter.
Kirk Porter.
They played him soft. They gave Kirk that shot. He made it.
So Harding jumps out to an 8-3 lead. High screen from Giles. Davis, good defense. Somebody got a piece of it. I think it was Stephen Blake.
It was. Got a hand on the ball. Sure was.
Both teams pass the ball well, play good man defense. 5 to shoot. Dunbar, and that is going to be a block and count the basket.
Basket is good.
Great body control by the senior out of Niceville, Florida. We'll take a break with 15:26 remaining. Great play inside by Dunbar. And Harding has a 3-point lead. We'll be right back.
I'm College Football Hall of Famer Ron McKinnon, and this is my history.
The heritage of UNA's football program is incredible. It was the caliber of that program and the academic caliber of UNA that gave me the foundation to write my own history. As an NFL player, and now as president of McKinnon Enterprises.
How will you make history?
In an instant, the realization you have found exactly what you wanted, that you are surrounded by the right people, that the discovery you have craved is there for the taking. And in that moment, you will know that this is your time. This is your place. Delta State University. Join in, stand out.
GSC fans and all visitors should feel right at home at the Fairfield Inn, South Haven, Mississippi. Spacious guest rooms, comfortable beds, free wireless internet, and a great complimentary breakfast make this family-friend inn the place to stay. Work out in our fitness room, relax in our hot tub, or spend the day at more than 100 stores within a half-mile radius. And when it's time to eat, there's everything from sushi to pizza nearby. Family-friendly and moderately priced, the Fairfield Inn is ideally located off of I-55 and Goodman Road.
Well, one of three seniors is Kevin Brown. We mentioned his scoring ability. He is so hard to defend, isn't he, Coach?
Oh, and he just fights the boards all the time. He rebounds. He does the dirty work. He's really made himself into a really complete player.
Terrific around the basket.
For one foul shot.
The senior, Hughes, Arkansas. And those are his seasonal numbers. He's played even better than that in the tournament.
Coach Morgan says he comes to practice every day, never says a word, and just fights it for 2 hours, hard as he can.
You'd like to have about 11 of those?
A joy to coach. That's right.
Here's Brown that we just highlighted and spoke of with the left hand, this time off the glass.
I don't think they have an answer for him.
Nope.
And so far, Harding's defense has been excellent. Those shooters that we saw yesterday aren't getting any good looks early.
8 of the 10 points for Harding coming from Kevin Brown here early. Massey trying to set up someone down low. That's Causey with a nice turnaround off the glass.
Nice set play there. They brought him off a pick on the offside block, popped him wide open. Harding probably needed to switch that.
There's Blake through the lane, had it rejected. A whistle and a foul underneath. And Blake went down rather hard.
And his feet went out from under him. He landed solid on his hip, looks like.
5'8" senior guard from Greenbrier, Arkansas. Let's see if we can pick up what happened here, Steve. Just got a hip check, didn't he?
He got hammered trying to block the shot. He got hit pretty good, yeah. That's a loss they can't stand. He directs the traffic, runs the team, and is an inspirational leader.
You see the concerned look on the face of Coach Jeff Morgan. You know, they don't call this hardwood for nothing either. I mean, it is tough, and you'd have to tie him down with rope to keep him out of this ball game.
There's no way. There's no way.
4 for 6 threes last night, 9 of 12 free throws, 27 points. And you got to call it nothing but a drubbing of the top team in the region last night when they just took Alabama Huntsville apart.
The whole place was just quiet last night. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. We expected a full 40-minute war, and it really never showed up. Jamison comes in here. He's been the backup point guard all year for him.
Kirk Porter got 1 out of 2.
Can really create off the dribble. Porter can. Really struggles from the free throw line.
Dunbar checked outside nicely by Spencer. A lot of motion in this offense. Matt Haney is in, but that's Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis.
He has had 18 straight double-figure games.
We're standing on top of the DeSoto sign over there. That's some kind of deep. Boy.
Both teams can really shoot it from the perimeter. Nice move there. A little hesitation by Sam Brown.
And it froze the defender. It really did. He got the shot easy.
He had 4 6 threes against Huntsville with 14 points. Everybody was clicking last night for the Bisons. Nice kick out by Davis. Massey doesn't shoot a lot of threes.
They're very un-Massey-ish there. He doesn't do that. Generally, he's going to put it on the floor and dribble drive. Just to set and shoot is not his game.
Yeah, that's only his 34th three-pointer of the season.
Wow.
And he's made 7. But that's not his role.
No. I'm surprised he took it.
Harding with the three-point lead and the possession. Spencer comes out on the wing to get it. Nice steal. Good strip by Haney underneath, and then he lost it back. Tries to get it back, and Haney, wow. Boy, he was right in the middle of that whole mess, wasn't he?
There were hands everywhere right there. Tech does as good a job of giving help and reaching in and deflecting balls as any team you're going to see.
I think they're a little scrappy out here. Let's watch this whole sequence.
Watch them knock it loose again. And it came in from behind. Boom.
Yep. Weston Jamison, redshirt freshman out of Edgewood, Texas, gives Harding a 6-point lead. This is exactly what Harding did last night in terms of getting off to a quick start. Of course, it's not 17-2, but playing very aggressively. And look at that rebound coming out of there is Bradley Spencer.
And both groups really like to play fast.
There's Brown through the lane. Wow. And he was out of control that time.
Trying to collect himself and plant on two-point landing and then go up for the shot. Watch it right here. And he lost control of it and then jumped in.
And Matt Haney, a great player off the bench, a junior out of Dardanelle, Arkansas. Brown goes over and sits down for the first time for the Bisons.
And they'll give him a short break and come right back with him. Once again, last night he got in foul trouble, and their bench in the post played great.
You saw that graphic momentarily, and that was Harding 7 out of 8 shooting from the floor.
Second team foul on
Arkansas Tech. I think here's to be questioning in that call.
Well, we saw some quick technicals last night. We haven't seen them so far, but they didn't let anything go on last night. The officials didn't.
Two number 22s go at it, and the air ball by Sam Brown.
Wow.
Good rebound underneath.
Hayden Johnson.
And that's Hayden Johnson. He's played well off the bench, and Arkansas Tech wants a timeout.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Harding's jumped out to an 8-point lead. We'll see the last play here.
Shot it over the rim. Good job in traffic and collecting himself and finishing.
Different angle. Same result.
Yeah.
See, if that had been me, it'd been a pass. That's a pass, wasn't it?
And then the other post guy, Cannon, came in last night and played just that well. Their depth in the post, I think, has been crucial when Brown gets in foul trouble. They've got somebody to come in and take his place.
You know, everybody plays hard when it's tournament time, Coach, but watching these two on the men's side, they seemed to me at least just to have the most internal fortitude to go after it, and just their emotion's been incredible on both ends of the floor, offense and defense.
You and I both remarked in past games how both teams can really turn it up when they need to defensively.
Here's Massey. He's got a height advantage and trying to take advantage of it as he backs it in, but Johnny Davis with that long three. Good strong rebound that time by Kirk Porter of Harding. Here's the lefty with the three-point effort. Porter has 4 rebounds, by the way. 11:41 remaining in the first half. Harding and Arkansas Tech battling for the GSC Men's Basketball Championship, and the Bison lead it by 8. Don't miss a full day of basketball on Monday as CSS brings you the men and women's Sun Belt tournament. Catch the action with the men and women's semifinal starting at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Go to CSSSports.com to view complete men and women's basketball schedules. Coach Carls Kent, Doug, an assistant before, and boy, in the first year, how'd you like to have a club to start with like this?
Yeah, with 4 starters coming back from a championship team. That's as good as it gets.
And he's done a great job with them, too. But that meant a lot in the continuity, didn't it? Inside, Giles, wow. The big guy couldn't get it. He's been the inside force for Tech in this tournament. Good dribble drive with the left hand. Wow. How about Bradley Spencer? He is a left-hander, but boy, he got way up there for 6 foot.
How about 9 for 12 from the floor right now for Harding? That's tremendous. They haven't scored in, what, 4.5 minutes?
Just about 4.5 minutes.
They are locking down on Tech defensively.
Here's Haney from the corner. He hits the
three.
Matt Haney.
It's one of those guys off the bench that we were talking about that gives them instant offense when he comes in.
Yep, he averages 5 points, 2 rebounds a game. Tough shot under pressure. Again, Porter.
Basket by Kirk Porter.
Porter now with 5 points and 4 boards.
Coach Morgan knows they've been hot. He's just sitting over there letting them. He's just fanning that fire. Stay hot, guys.
Haney's going to try another one.
Oh. Wow.
Stephen Blake just got back into the ball game after taking that tumble earlier and
bounced it right off Johnson's heel out of bounds.
So it's good to see Blake okay and back in there.
No, it was off his foot. As he stepped forward, he put it down right on his right foot.
Davis's 3 off the right side, too tall. And here comes Jamison into the front court. Porter falls down, but able to keep it alive for the Bisons. Spencer against Haney. Good reversal in the corner. Blake gets on the board.
Stephen Blake.
They did a great job. Tech doubled down, and they swung it, till they found the free man on the backside. It was Blake, and that's the right guy for them.
As I mentioned, 27 points last night in a huge win over Huntsville. Massey got nothing but glass. And inside goes Bradley Spencer. Ran into a lot of traffic that time.
Really did.
I mean, he can get up, but there were some guys around him. Harding by 12. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Ron Russell, Steve Reeves, Jim Cavall, and our CSS crew. Glad you joined us.
Gone to a flex offense. Cut underneath. Shooter coming up. Good block.
Took it right away. Johnson did it. And Porter scores at the other, Spencer at the other end. And another timeout for Tech. Harding picks up where they left off last night, Steve Reeves.
Right, exactly the same.
Timeout.
And I've watched him in the huddle, in the timeout. Watch this. He does a good job of not letting the defender get his hand on it, protects it, and then finishes right there. Excellent job. I'm watching Coach Morgan, and he's saying, what you're doing, keep doing it. You know, don't mess them up trying to get complicated. They're playing so hard, and half of their offense is coming off of their defense.
Harding has hit 12 of its first 16 shots.
Wow.
That's a cool 75%.
And as hot as Tech was last night, they're only 26% right now.
Be sure to check out Talking Hoops on CSF throughout the basketball season. It's exciting, an in-depth look at college basketball from top-notch experts who know the games the best. Stay on the ball and Talking Hoops, Fridays at 5 and 9 p.m. Eastern on CSS. And Harding, just like it did from the beginning last night against the top seed in the region, Alabama Huntsville. I tell you, Jeff Morgan, you could see he's been confident all week, and you've got to feed off that game. I don't think there's any letdown. I think that just gave Harding a lot more confidence that they could beat Tech possibly.
Well, certainly there's a lot of ball game left, and we know that Arkansas Tech's going to make a run. Let me just say this. I've seen Harding with a lot more talent than that teams in the past, but I don't know when they've had a better team.
Right.
And those guys play so hard and so well together, and they're so unselfish. It's really fun to watch.
Those are the words of Steve Reeves, the retired great coach at Delta State University with the men's side. And those are the things you look for as a coach, how they come together. Talent you need, but the cohesion is the most important thing.
I know how hard it is to make all those things work, and what a great job he's done. Now, they're playing a team that's done it better than anybody in this league for a long time. A chance to three-peat. Only one program in 30-something years have done that. So they've got this is also a great ball club right here in Arkansas Tech.
Willie Sanders in, a 6'1", 180 senior, and he turns it over.
Zone trap. They go to a 2-2-1. And there they go back to man out of it. And you and I've talked, that's hard to do sometimes. Right there's a mismatch, but you can see them turn and really run to find their man. They're not lazy about it at all.
Brown working against Massey. 9 to shoot on the shot clock. Knocked away inside, now 5 to shoot, knocked away again. It'll stay with Harding. Another 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Another good block by Causey. Causey could have quit right there, but he came back in and knocked that away. Here we have two backup post guys inside for Tech. He's done such a good job.
Good inbounds. Play to Sam Brown. He got it in, took it back, and stuck it.
Stepped behind him and shot it, yeah. And Sam was so hot last night.
30 to 13. Now Tech comes back with a basket.
Yeah, nice play by Causey.
Louisiana native, a senior, 4.7 rebounds against OBU.
Patient against the zone, and they skipped it over.
7 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the first half of the GSC Men's Championship. An excellent inbounds play, and that's why Harding leads by 15.
Need a high-quality place for a long-term stay in the Memphis area? Avoid the traffic and hassles of downtown by staying minutes away. Marriott's Residence Inn in South Haven, Mississippi. You'll find full kitchens, large-screen TVs, and high-speed internet in every suite, complete with our full hot breakfast buffet and evening manager's reception. Relax in our outdoor pool or work it out on our basketball court and exercise room. The Residence Inn, South Haven, Mississippi. The place to rest and relax for all GSC fans.
You want family-friendly sporting events.
Sporting events where you can be comfortable
and entertained in a positive environment. Watching great individuals and teams compete.
With commitment, effort, and good sportsmanship. That's what the Division II Game Environment Initiative is about.
Be a part of the excitement and find out why. These student athletes say with pride,
I chose
Division II.
Whether it's business or pleasure, GSC fans know that the place to stay in South Haven, Mississippi is the Courtyard by Marriott. Immaculate rooms with free wireless high-speed internet, large workstations, and plush bedding will help you wind down and get ready for a great night's sleep. And be sure to socialize in our renovated lounge lobby business center. Long day? Work it out in our exercise room or take a dip in our indoor pool. Beautiful indoors and out. At Courtyard, it's always a new stay.
Coach Jeff Morgan's team right now with a 15-point lead. And the points in the paint has been a huge factor, Steve Reeves. Look at that.
Oh, 18 to 6. That's amazing. It's usually the other way around, especially with Massey's ability to take it inside and dish or finish. Going to they're in a zone. They came out of the man-to-man. They're running the zone. We haven't seen them do that.
Nope.
Left Jamison wide open.
His three ball a little bit strong. So a nice adjustment out of the timeout.
Exactly. Caught him off guard a little bit too. They've been manned for the entire tournament, and they jump zone. Not a bad change at all by Coach during the timeout.
Harding with the 15-point lead. Let's see what Tech can do on the possession this time, and that's going to be an illegal screen, it appears. I think that might be Willie Sanders.
It was down inside. They were trying to bring Causey over and get him isolated in the block area. And when you look at Tech, once again, you're looking at literally 5 guards on the floor.
Now they extend that pressure. Handled very well by Harding. Whoop. Blake comes and gets the loose ball. Now they settle back in that zone, as Steve mentioned. Blake will shoot over it. Bingo!
Freeze! Stephen Blake.
And he had just got on it was an accident, but he just caught a hand in the face and was squinting with one eye and then knocked it 25-footer down.
And he's 2 for 2 on threes. There's one at the other end for James Causey. From way outside.
He's one of those 4 seniors that wants to try to finish with a three-peat. They run their stuff.
Now they're back in man.
Very patient.
And there's going to be a screen foul at the other end on Harding.
Foul's number 21.
Oh, Johnson, I believe, an illegal pick.
His
moving
first
pick.
Personal foul, 4th team foul. In the game for Harding's number 24.
And I believe I've seen more picks called.
Let's see what Tech, number 22, Jeremy Dunbar.
I don't know if he has a range. It's wherever he wants to shoot from. Massey. Oh, that little scoop shot. He's been hitting it all week. But this time it rolls off, and Porter has the rebound for Harding.
Yeah, he's up and under with that little scoop.
Porter now has 6 rebounds. Somebody different kind of always steps up, don't they?
They really do. Look at James.
I think he was trying to work to get the foul, and it didn't happen. Sanders at the other end, in the sack for Willie Sanders.
There's the bench we're talking about. Willie comes off the bench and gives them the shooter they need.
13-point Harding lead. Jamison to Porter. Again, back in a man-to-man is Arkansas Tech. This three, Jamison a little bit short. And Tech trying to get a little run going here. Open three for Causey, and an in and out. I tell you, Porter has been a demon on the boards today. Coach Morgan taking timeout over there.
Harding.
Probably a good timeout. They're getting some shots, but it's not really the ones they want to take them right now. They probably need to swing an extra pass or two to find a little better shooter than Jamison right now.
Well, one thing you mentioned, these teams play so well together, and when you're trying to come back, you know, it's no surprise that Arkansas Tech has made a little run here. They've got all the different elements that you need to do that. Now, the thing I think that's important about Harding is the fact that Blake came back. A couple other guys stepped up when he was over there with that early injury.
And we haven't seen Kevin Brown in a while, too. Once again, both the post guys coming in are playing so good, you can afford to give him more rest.
Yep, and he has 2 fouls, so right now, the way things are going,
he'll stay with him probably for the half.
Turnovers in the ball game, plus the points off them, which is the most important thing, of course. And look at Harding, 13 points off those turnovers.
Good full pressure by Arkansas Tech. They're not going to leave anything in the bag today. They're going to lay it all out here.
Jared Williamson is checked in.
One more, number 21, Ritas Polkaninkas, his second personal foul, 5th team foul on Arkansas Tech.
Palakunas picked up the personal foul. He's a 6'6" senior out of Lithuania. He wears number 21 in the black. Well, that time Porter looked like he was trying to avoid the charge.
Fouls on Harding, number 24.
That he picks up his second foul.
He did get pushed, and he's wondering why that wasn't the foul called long before the charge was. There's a lot of hand checking going on right now. Tech has really stepped this thing up.
Yep, you saw him pleading his case there. Backdoor try, and
we saw him run that 3 times yesterday on that set. They pop him up, and Dunbar gives a little hesitation, back cut. They laid it up 3 times yesterday.
Harding substitution. Lance Cannon. Boy, you talk about a guy that came in and played well.
He really did. He played super. Gives Porter a break. Porter's a little emotional right now, and it's probably a good time to give him one.
Good job by Jeff Morgan to give him time to cool off over there a bit. Harding with the 13-point lead in the ball. Blake in traffic, can't get the bank to go. And Causey with it, out in a hurry. Well, that's a tough shot. Tip no good. And here come the Bisons. Shepard wanted it over there on the right wing, and now he's covered up. So Bradley Spencer takes it straight away. This team's moved the ball very well. Sam Brown covered up. Look at that defense by Massey. Excuse me, Dunbar. 7 to shoot. Gonna have to let it go. Desperation try by Spencer.
Whoa.
And after the rebound, a travel.
Too big a hurry.
Yep. 3:32 the time left on the clock here at the DeSoto Civic Center in the first half. Harding leads by 13 over Arkansas Tech in the GSC tournament title. With Coach Steve Reeves and our host Jim Cavall, I'm Don Russell. We welcome you back to beautiful South Haven, Mississippi at the DeSoto Civic Center. GSC men's title game in the 2011 GSC basketball championships here. Stephen Blake. Sam Brown in traffic, and he works a foul out of Jeremy Dunbar.
Arkansas Tech number 22, Jeremy Dunbar. That's his first.
That's the first on Dunbar. That's the 16th foul. Well, Coach Carlos Kent looking on and facing a Harding team that's gotten off to a quick start here today.
One of the things that we've said is that Arkansas Tech will take you out if you let them. They continually body check and hand check and get into you really hard. And some teams quit fighting it. You have to continue to go to the bucket and be aggressive offensively. And I think Harding will do that.
Laith Massey back into the lineup for Arkansas Tech. And Sam Brown hits a pair. He has 7 points, a couple of assists, and Harding's lead back to 15. That's equal to the largest lead they've enjoyed today. Massey. Little jumper from the corner, rolls from one side to the other.
Massey got in the middle of that lane again like he does so well.
Tough man-to-man defense here. I mean, belly to belly. Little bump along the way. This one rolls around and out for Sam Brown. And Tech wants to go with it. Williamson against Blake. That's going to be a charge, I bet.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, some people get confused. Let's see if they run it again. Great position. Took it right in the middle of his chest right there. Excellent job. That's what you're looking for. You say, was he set? Doesn't matter. He was in the path of the dribbler, took it right in the chest.
Now, Harding hasn't had a field goal since the 6:41 mark. So they're in a little bit of a drought from the field.
Very much so. They haven't had really anybody to go to right now. The Tech's defense has really picked it up another notch.
Little bumper cars going on in front of us.
Well, you got to call those things. It'll ruin the whole game.
Right in front of us. Better them than me.
That's his second. Yeah, his second. He's probably down for the half.
And going to the line, Stephen Blake, the top free throw shooter in the Gulf South Conference. At 87%. There you see his seasonal numbers. Pretty good from the floor, too. How about that, 50%?
Where's Johnny Davis?
Man, he's been more.
He was so hot last night. He hit that beautiful three a minute ago.
Again, keep in mind, Kevin Brown has been on the bench for quite a while. Good look inside for Dunbar. He didn't get the bounce. Little offensive rebound for the Wonder Boys.
Yeah, excellent rebound by Williamson there.
Lance Cannon picks up the personal foul.
Dunbar got a look right there, bounced off. Nobody blocked him out. Yep, good hustle.
Jared Williamson at the free throw line. He shoots at 70%, his seasonal numbers, and he hits a pair. And the lead down to 13 and some full court pressure. Little token now, it's going to be man-to-man pressure, it appears. Massey against Spencer. He needs some help. He finds it out front, now takes it back. Couldn't get the back door with Sam Brown, but there's a good cut down on the baseline, tipped around, 7 to shoot. 4 to shoot. And on the run, Sam Brown, is it a charge?
Did he count the basket?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Basket is good.
Count the basket.
Yeah. Said the shot was off, then his body carries on into the defender. Watch him right here. Shot's off, then he's in. Good call.
When the clock was running down, he had to let it go, didn't he? Good basket, good call.
Excellent.
Sam Brown will go to the bench.
Called by Ted Kessler, one of the better officials that we've had in the Gulf South for a long time. Memphis guy. He brings his game every night, Ted Kessler does.
So they count the basket. It's the 1-and-1 at the other end for Arkansas Tech. Radis Polonakis will go to the line. The Lithuanian. And he hits the free throw. He averages 3 a game. 6'6", 205-pound senior. You ever done any recruiting in Lithuania when you were at Delta State? Pretty good distance from Cleveland.
Tried to go to Hawaii to recruit.
Pick Maui if you have to pick someplace.
Giles has been on the bench a long time. The big guy for them has been so important. They're giving him quite a rest. He and Johnny Davis.
Harding leads it by 13 with 1:20 to go in the half. Blake comes out to get it. Whoa, he almost had a body check on one of our officials. But it's going to be a foul on Harding.
Pick on Cannon, yeah.
And Lance Cannon, that's his second. Glad I wasn't down at that end.
No, that was good look. That really was.
And if you're official, you got to watch where you are too.
Looks like Williamson feels okay, though. I say him swinging his arm.
Yep. Arkansas Tech with just over a minute remaining in the half, trying to get a good offensive set here on their end.
See if Dunbar breaks him down.
I'll tell you, knocked away by Jamison, and he created that steal.
When Jamison's in, Blake goes to the shooting guard. Jamison takes the top.
That gives him a lot of flexibility.
It really does.
Blake covered up. Wow. Oh, great pass inside. Terrific pass from Jamison.
Defender stepped out to help on the guard coming over the top. Both men got caught on the ball. Nobody went back with the roll man.
Johnson got the basket. That is the 3rd assist for Jamison, and that was a dandy. And now Tech's going to take the final shot as we wind it down under 10. Backing their way in, Williamson bounces it up and got the roll.
Basket by Jared Wilson.
And that will be the final play of the first half,
with the score,
as Harding will take a 13-point lead to the locker room
39, Arkansas Tech University
over Arkansas
26.
Tech in this championship game here in the Gulf South Conference. And Jim Cavale is standing by right now with Coach Jeff Morgan. Jim?
Thanks a lot, Don. Coach, you guys shot over 50% from the field and the three-point line in the semifinal round. You're doing that here in the first half as well here on Championship Sunday.
Well, when you make shots, it makes everybody look good. And, you know, we're defending pretty good, and we're really moving the basketball and taking good shots. I think that's the key, and not turning it over. That's the key against this Arkansas Tech team.
What do you talk to your team about at halftime to keep this surge going and win the GSC title?
Well, you got to keep your composure. And whether you're up 20 or down 20, you know Tech's going to make a run. They're a great team, and we just got to continue to be really focused for 20 minutes.
Well, you guys have the lead of the half. Good luck in the second half, Coach. We'll have a halftime show ahead as we'll go through stats from the first half and talk much more about this championship matchup between Harding and Arkansas Tech. We'll be back after this.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major
and take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose
Division II.
UAM a special place?
I knew UAM had one of the best nursing programs in the state. I wanted a small school environment where I'd have more one-on-one time with my professors.
UAM is affordable and is one of the few universities that offer undergraduate research opportunities for freshmen.
I came to UAM because it's close to home and small enough that it's real easy to make friends, and that's important to me.
UAM, changing lives one student at a time.
Whether you're coming off a Gulf South Conference championship or just visiting Memphis, why not relax at the Hampton Inn in South Haven? The Hampton features spacious guest rooms with complimentary high-speed wireless internet in every room. Our free hot breakfast gets you off and running every day, whether in our conference room, fitness center, outdoor pool, or GSC playoff. And when it's time to relax, return to our award-winning Cloud9 bedding. Proud member of the Hilton family, where you can earn points and miles, and you're backed by our 100% Hampton guarantee.
A destination campus.
Midway between Atlanta and Orlando. Valdosta State University.
12,000 students and growing.
Over 95 challenging degree programs.
Faculty who care. New food-style living.
Championship teams.
The total university experience.
In Titletown, USA.
Valdosta State University. Simply a great choice.
Welcome back to GSC TV Live at the half here in the Men's Basketball Championship for the Gulf South Conference. I'm your host, Jim Cavell, and what a first half for Harding University. They start off right where they left off in semifinal Saturday's matchup against UAH when they won by more than 30 points by shooting more than 50%, not only from the field, but from beyond the arc. And they're doing the same thing today, hitting tray bombs from all over the place, 58% from the field, more than 50% from beyond the three-point line. Great performance for them. They lead by 13 at the half. We're going to break down statistics and much more with Don Russell and Steve Reeves a little bit later in the half. But right now, we're going to take a break and come back with the commissioner of the Gulf South Conference, Nate Salant. (39-26), Harding University on top of Arkansas Tech here at the half of the 2011 Gulf South Conference Men's Basketball Championship game. And here at halftime, Jim Cavell joined by the commissioner of the Gulf South Conference, Nate Salant. And Commissioner Salant, Harding is shooting the lights out. We're going to run out of electricity here on the scoreboard.
Well, they certainly have picked up where they left off last night and then some. They've been terrific. And, you know, like I told people last night after that game, when everybody was saying, wow, Harding, what an upset, they only have 4 losses. They lost 1 game at Arkansas Tech. They lost 1 game at home to Tech in double overtime. They lost 1 game at home against UAH on 1-point game. So this is not some giant upset, and they've proven they can go after Tech. I mean, like I said, they took them into double overtime the last time they played.
Well, these two teams have had some good battles throughout the 2010-11 season, and of course Harding is going into this tournament. They came into this tournament, I should say, in the top 10 in the region, and they're just upping their stock with each of these wins.
Well, there's no question about it. I think that they've earned their way into the tournament by the way they've played here. How high up in the seeds they'll go is hard to say. We have to wait and see what comes out of the Sunshine Conference down in Florida. We already have the upset in the SIAC that will eat up somebody's spot, but that seems to happen every year. And you know what? That's why they play tournaments. I mean, people complain about stuff like that. Hey, that's why you play tournaments. If the number 1 team were always going to win, why would you play? save the money, skip the deal, and just go right into the NCAAs.
Well, Commissioner Salant, talking a little bit about the Gulf South Conference, had the chance to chat with you in our in-between game show, but for those who may not have saw that, we talked at length about the development of this league. You've been in the league for almost 2 decades now, and you've seen a lot of change, and we have another period of transition, but it's good stuff.
Well, unfortunately, we have a transition coming with the 6 Arkansas schools choosing to depart. But the good news is we've got the University of New Orleans. That's already been approved by the State Board of Supervisors in Louisiana. The formality is acceptance into the NCAA Division II, which should happen next month. We've had a lot of discussion with Shorter University up in Northwest Georgia. We think they will make the Division II move, and if they do, we are very, very excited about the possibility of adding them to the league. And then there's other schools. I mean, anyone who's seen me recently knows I look like I haven't slept in weeks. It's because I've been on the road. I've been visiting schools. We've had a lot of very positive conversations, and we're very excited because we think we have more schools that want in, that are banging down our doors, than we really have slots to fill. And that is especially true if the presidents stick to their current thinking, which is no more than 12 total schools. Now, that number could change, obviously. The reason that number is there is because they don't want to play divisionally right now. They want unity. They want a tightly knit, geographically compact conference, which makes a lot of sense. And 12 is a magic number because if you have 12 teams, you have 11 opponents in basketball. You play everybody home and home. That gives you 22 games. You're allowed to play 26 in the regular season. So you've got 4 games to go look for, and you have a variety of options there. It makes sense in all the other sports. It works very well in baseball. Generally speaking, in baseball, you've got 4 weeks in February. You've got 5 in March and 4 in April. That's 13. Again, if you've got 12 teams, you need 11 weeks to play. So there's no buys. It's a good number. Once you go higher than that, you almost have to go into divisional play, and the Romans put it best when they said divide and conquer, because that's what happens, as we've seen recently.
Well, of course, we've had 2 divisions throughout the past years in the Gulf South Conference, and going away from that and having that unity could definitely be a positive change. From a sponsorship and marketing standpoint, the consolidation and condensing geographically also helps.
Well, there's no doubt that it does, Jim, and one of the reasons that it helps is that most of your major sponsors are national corporations. That's where the significant dollars are. Well, when we would approach National Corporation X, they would say, okay, you've got schools in the following states. Wow, that's 3 different regions or 2 different regions. You know, in some some situations, some national sponsors, Georgia is its own region, and others, Florida is its own region. But then you add on the fact that you've also got Arkansas, which tends to be paired either with Oklahoma, Missouri, or sometimes Texas, and it complicates matters. This way, we'll be looking at 1 or 2 regions in most national sponsors. Creates a lot more interest.
Well, thanks so much for joining us here on our halftime show, Commissioner Salant. We know you're a busy guy traveling all around trying to build this conference to what it has been and continue to be. We're going to come back. Steve Reeves, Don Russell, going to break down some amazing stats in this ballgame after this.
At the University of West Georgia, we measure our success by our students' success. More than 100 academic programs prepare graduates for careers that help improve Georgia's quality of life. West Georgia provides a personal educational experience at the bachelor's, master's, specialist, and doctoral levels. Both in and out of the classroom, the University of West Georgia offers distinctive opportunities for growth that enrich the journey to graduation.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major.
And take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose Division II.
They've risen to the highest levels. Achieve honor and success. And still, each of them calls the same place home. The UWA family. For 175 years. The reason, there's something about this place. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama. If you're looking for a university designed around you, look no further than Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia. What you'll find are a lot of choices. SAU offers more than 60 undergraduate degrees, 13 graduate programs, and more than 80 student organizations to participate in on campus. In the classroom, you'll find the one-to-one attention you deserve with a low 19-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Let us provide you with all the elements you'll need for a well-rounded college education. It's time for you to discover a university designed around you. Southern Arkansas University.
And we welcome you back to the DeSoto Civic Center. We're at the half, where it's 39-26. Harding over Arkansas Tech. Glad to be back with you. Don Russell with Steve Reeves. And Steve, you know, we're going to take a look at the highlights from the first half. Brown really got things going for him early, as we'll see, but everybody really contributed to that great start for Harding. But we'll begin with Arkansas Tech.
Yeah, highlights here. Once again, they isolate. They do a great job of finding who's hot at the time, and he's really shooting the basketball for them because he is. Excellent player. And he's their post guy. Even though he's a thin kid and skinny, he's holding their post defender. Here's to Brown. He opened up great for them, a go-to guy. Now, they haven't had him late, and that's been part of their offensive problems late, even though they're shooting 50-something%.
Well, he got off to a great start, as you can see there.
Certainly with the left hand off the glass.
All right, take a look at the numbers from the first half. Anything jump out at you there, Steve?
Well, I think everything's about even except for the percentage. Harding's just making a lot more of their shots. They're 16 for 27, Tech's 9 for 28. So turnovers, everything about even except the percentage. Their shot is so much better.
And Harding had 17 points off those turnovers. It's one thing to turn it over. It's another thing to get points from them, and they did that well.
And that's generally what Tech has lived off of. And we saw the last 7 or 8 minutes, Harding really had a hard time finding the shot. Tech has really stepped their defense up. And I look for the second half to be a lot different. We look for more transition from defense for Tech.
We'll be back and talk more about this and have a chance to hear from the coach as well of Arkansas Tech. 39-26 Harding over Tech. Back to the DeSoto Civic Center after this.
Just to get my stats up. Now I'm back on deck. So shout it, what the f you want? Heard he talking shit, but this ain't what the f you want. Lock my CEO up. Now it's back to we can talking shit, bro. Hang him by a rope up. Hit him with the chopper. Call that shit hot llama. Call me Waka Flocka. AKA Young Wild. AKA Yo. Go. In the trap all night with the stats on the floor, watch keep order with it. Shift to the left and he shifts to the right. So us the brick boys got it all night. These lame, they ain't got no fight. Kick in my door, we gon' shoot out all night. Stack my money up. Rich squad, we so G'd up. I'm count cash in my office, sipping coffee with my feet up. Haters sending threats like they won't be, but they know they don't. Me Flocka at the dealership, I told them give it a you want it.
20 minutes of basketball to decide who will reign on the men's side of the GSC Basketball Tournament Championship here in South Haven, Mississippi. It's been a good week of basketball, and we tip our cap to all the folks here that have put on the tournament. Leading scorers in the first half, you'll look at them for each team. Brown, and Kevin got his 8 points early, then Causey on the other side. And that's a little bit unusual to see those three as the top scorers at halftime for Arkansas Tech.
It really is. A couple of their key guys did not get to play the way they wanted to. And once again, I believe both groups have started back. No, Tech has started, they've changed out.
They got big Pocanikas back in there.
Giles is still on the bench. And Johnny Davis is still on the bench too, so they've changed 2 positions right there.
Tech will have the first possession here in the second half. Harding starting out defensively in a man-to-man. Now Jared Williamson is running in one of the guard positions. Massey couldn't get it with the left hand that he uses so well. And quickly Harding back into the front court. Kevin Brown is back in at that forward position. And it looked like there might have been a trip over there, but evidently Sam Brown tripped on the baseline.
You know, sarcastically, we used to say he must have just fallen down by himself.
You coaches.
Pretty good body shot right there.
I would never put on a striped shirt. Maybe other than one game to see what you guys do.
You're right. One would be enough for you.
A little bit of weave motion showing here from Tech.
Yeah, they're going to dribble drive and get in that paint, create something.
10 to shoot. Massey, there he goes.
There he is.
Jeremy Dunbar.
Dunbar. He has not been able to find the range, but he came up with a nice hit there. He has 4 points. Now keep in mind, he had 31 last night, so he can light it up in a hurry.
And we talked about how they've been missing him, and he's not going to shy away. And all he needs to do is play one good half right now.
Brown going to work on the baseline, had it blocked away. Great play by Causey. With a terrific block. Brown was trying to get him to foul him, and he didn't. From the corner, Causey can't get the three. And the littlest guy goes in to get the rebound.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
And their big guy Giles, who was so great last night, not playing. And then Johnny Davis, the guy that had 29 last night, not playing.
Causey, another steal. That's
again.
2 in a row. Well, he's playing his tail off, that's for sure.
He really is. He's playing great.
Dunbar trying to get it going offensively. We saw him hit one just a moment ago. As the Harding lead is 11, just underway in the second half. Look at Massey just back his way all the way in there. Now he takes it back on the wing. Causey for 3. Nope. Great hustle over there, trying to save it by Jared Williamson. As he dives over into the Wonder Boys bench.
Yeah, watch him chase this down. Good hustle. He tipped it and then went after it.
Stephen Blake, the 5'8" senior guard from Greenbrier, Arkansas, and the floor leader will bring it up. Gets a good pick out high, can't do much with it. Now down low, terrific ball movement. They couldn't finish it off, but look at Brown.
Wow.
And he's fouled.
Wow.
Foul number 30.
He went up to dunk it. Watch this. He follows this shot up. Got hit and still finished in it.
Has one.
That's strong.
Needs to be careful.
Yeah,
be careful with his emotion after the score. He made a great play. You don't want a tee to offset it on the other end.
And he couldn't cap the three-point play. We actually saw a couple of tees earlier in the week with that type of emotion.
What they call taunting. That's right.
Nice move by Williamson. Brown got a piece of that. And here comes, wow, Harding the other way. Spencer couldn't finish it off, though.
And the rebound by Massey.
A 13-point Harding lead over Arkansas Tech. Great feed. Now it's down to 11.
Jared Williamson.
Jared Williamson, the sophomore out of Russellville, Arkansas, the home of the Wonder Boys. An 11-point lead. Causey's going to get the push from behind on Brown. That's 3 on Causey now.
Good call. He clearly made contact, came over the back.
Matt Haney.
I'm not sure what the gesture with his hand on his neck means.
Causey's going to go to the bench as Matt Haney is back in.
You know, Haney's one of their smallest guards, and he's given up a lot of size when they substitute there.
Sam Brown straight away rims out the 3. Tech with a chance to get it under double digits here with 16 minutes plus to go in the half. Second half of play, and a blocking foul on Kirk Porter. That is 3 on Porter now.
It's a tough matchup there when your number 4 player or your power forward has to take their point guard. That was the matchup then.
Porter's had 5 points, but more importantly, 8 rebounds.
And that was his 3rd personal. They take him out, right?
Onto the bench. Gleason takes it between the circles. Got a big height advantage against Stephen Blake. Boy, they are really getting after it on both ends defensively. Wow. Terrific feed inside.
Ritas Polkanikas.
Polkanikas skips the basket. Boy, he does such a great job, Massey does, of getting inside and creating something offensively.
Tech within 9. Blake trying to change that, and here comes the rebound to Massey, and here come the Wonder Boys.
No call. Yep, bucket.
Basket by Jared Williamson.
And a timeout by Jeff Morgan.
Timeout.
Has to be.
Harding University.
There's one of those runs that we said was coming.
And it comes with 15:27 remaining in regulation. Massey, great pass inside. Watch the hoop. We got a ball game. We'll be back to South Haven.
Comes a full timeout since it's the first coach call timeout.
Need a high-quality place for a long-term stay in the Memphis area? Avoid the traffic and hassles of downtown by staying minutes away. Marriott's Residence Inn in South Haven, Mississippi. You'll find full kitchens, large-screen TVs, and high-speed internet in every suite, complete with our full hot breakfast buffet and evening manager's reception. Relax in our outdoor pool or work it out on our basketball court and exercise room. The Residence Inn, South Haven, Mississippi, the place to rest and relax for all GSC fans.
I'm College Football Hall of Famer Ron McKinnon, and this is my history.
The heritage of UNA's football program is incredible. It was the caliber of that program and the academic caliber of UNA that gave me the foundation to write my own history. As an NFL player, and now as president of McKinnon Enterprises.
How will you make history?
Whether you're coming off a Gulf South Conference championship or just visiting Memphis, why not relax at the Hampton Inn in South Haven? The Hampton features spacious guest rooms with complimentary high-speed wireless internet in every room. Our free hot breakfast gets you off and running every day, whether in our conference room, fitness center, outdoor pool, or GSC playoff. And when it's time to relax, return to our award-winning Cloud9 betting. Proud member of the Hilton family where you can earn points and miles, and you're backed by our 100% Hampton guarantee.
Tune in to Sports Night for extensive basketball coverage from our pro and NCAA experts. Mondays, get college insight with Brian Oliver. Then on Tuesdays, hear the latest in the NBA from Dennis Scott. Sports Night, weeknights at 6 and 11 p.m. Eastern on CSS. There's Jared Williamson, who just made that 5 basket. And now you're getting a little bit of continuity here from the Wonder Boys.
Always anxious as to what do they talk about during the timeout. I think they got to find Brown.
Tough shot. Counted and a foul.
Good.
You know, Hayden Johnson can't jump that high, but he uses his body terrifically.
He's been so solid.
Remaining.
Look at him. Get position. Make sure he finishes. Great job.
Timeout in DeSoto Civic Center.
If you're looking for a university designed around you, look no further than Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia. What you'll find are a lot of choices. SAU offers more than 60 undergraduate degrees, 13 graduate programs, and more than 80 student organizations to participate in on campus. In the classroom, you'll find the one-to-one attention you deserve with a low 19-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Let us provide you with all the elements you'll need for a well-rounded college education. It's time for you to discover a university designed around you. Southern Arkansas University.
The University of West Florida. Be a fan. Be a champion.
Whether it's business or pleasure, GSC fans know that the place to stay in South Haven, Mississippi is the Courtyard by Marriott. Immaculate rooms with free wireless high-speed internet, large workstations, and plush bedding will help you wind down and get ready for a great night's sleep. And be sure to socialize in our renovated lounge lobby business center. Long day? Work it out in our exercise room or take a dip in our indoor pool. Beautiful indoors and out. At Courtyard, it's always a new stay.
The Gulf South Conference Men's Tournament Basketball Championship. Our backdrop here at DeSoto Civic Center in South Haven, Mississippi. Jeff Morgan's team got off to a roaring start and still have the lead. I think their largest lead was 15 at one point.
Right. What's amazing is how physical this game is and how few free throws have been shot so far. They're really letting them play, but it's the same on both ends.
Johnson caps the three-point play. Dunbar. There he goes. Can he stay hot? Well, at least he's going to get himself to the free throw line, it appears.
On the floor, or was he shooting? Two times.
Number 10. Bradley Spencer, his first. Second team foul.
Coach Carlos Kent had his team hitting on all cylinders throughout the tournament. And the free throws in the sack from Dunbar. He's an 87% free throw shooter. And he wins the Hare Award for the tournament as well.
Wow, I'll give it to him, yeah. Really a good offensive player.
Very good. 44-36, little full court pressure here, Coach, after the make. See if they try to trap out of this.
Harding matches up pretty good at him with a number of kids that can handle the basketball.
Yeah, they're looking to trap when they can. Sam Brown comes out to help. Takes it all the way to the basket and lays it in.
Sam
Great
Brown.
effort. Brown made a great effort just to go get the ball,
yes,
and then he just slashed to the bucket.
Yeah, they were in trouble outside, and Brown gets it and takes it in for his 11th point.
Garden Massey with a post player.
Jeez.
He gets him two free throw attempts.
Well, you talk about coming to help your teammate. That's what happens right here with Brown.
Look at him. Slash through and finish. Excellent job.
And the foul, well, you know, in Churchill Downs, they say riders up.
Wow.
Wow. Massey. At the line and rolls it off there.
Shot was real flat right then.
Lath has 1 point, but he has 6 rebounds and 5 assists.
Didn't have his legs under him, really. And one of the things we talked about last night was after 3 straight nights, how tough it is to physically play that third night. Good touch right there.
First team all GSC performer. Second in the league in assists. And now he'll go to the bench.
And our boy Johnny Davis is finally back.
I think he's been in the doghouse a little bit.
Something's happened.
He's had only 1 foul, so that's not it. He took a couple of wild shots early. Maybe that might have been the situation. Kevin Brown working against Haney. Nice little spin by Johnson. 10 to shoot. Oh, nice pass into Kevin Brown. It's going to be a blocking foul. And had that gone over the rim, that would have been a 3-point play opportunity.
He's just frustrated he didn't finish on it. You're right. 2 on the ball. Found him there. Collected himself. Slaps those hands because he knew he should have finished right there and made it a 3.
Brown looking for his 11th point. Jeff Morgan and his Bisons trying to win their first ever GSC men's basketball title, and considering the fact that the Arkansas teams are leaving, it would be his only
Gulf South Conference title.
Brown with 12 now. 48-37, the Bison lead back to 11. Haney in traffic. I think Brown might have got a piece of that effort.
He sure contested it. Made that shot go over the rim.
Bokanikis was in there, and Brown, much shorter, got a piece of the basketball. Nice dribble drive. Again, the body use by Johnson, but this time he cannot finish it. Oh, Williamson. Oh, just off the lip of the rim, made a beautiful move.
Great
to
job.
the hoop.
He really rebounded with the length right there.
Look at Blake. One end to the other. He'll normally make those. We saw him make a circuit shot earlier in the tournament. But Davis just not having it done today, is he? He's 2 for 6.
He's a shooter, though.
Yeah, he needs
to keep shooting.
Yep.
He and Dunbar, they'll help him.
Those are the scores. Yep. Very nice pass into Brown.
Kevin Brown.
And once again, looked like he got hit on the shot, but no call there.
14 points for Kevin Brown.
6 for 7 from the floor.
He posts up so well. Haney rolls it off.
You notice that just Brown's presence inside has made them miss a number of shots.
Exactly.
They've double clutched on a number of shots inside.
And Hayden Johnson has his 6th rebound as well. He's been a great player off the bench, particularly on the board. Sets a high pick. Jamison cannot use this one.
They want to be patient because Brown's got a bad mismatch. Look at this cut.
Look at that back door to Blake. Beautifully executed.
Back up to 15.
52-37. Williamson blocked by Brown. And here comes Harding on the run. Blake flips it up and in.
Stephen Blake.
We might see another timeout by Tech here, and we are.
Timeout.
What a run by the Bisons.
Tech.
Last 2 baskets here. Great back cut to Blake. And then Blake finishes in transition 1-on-4 off a great block by Brown on this other end.
And the Bison fans and the bench really fired up.
As they should be. Kicked it back out to 17. They withstood that push from Tech and made a run of their own.
Well, that was a 30-second timeout there. Tech's last field goal came at the 15:32 mark. So they've gone about 4 minutes without a field goal.
Right.
And that was right after Massey began to get into the flow again.
And here comes, because of the inside presence of Brown, here comes Giles back inside, their big guy.
You know, when you look at Stephen Blake and what he's done, it gives the inspiration to any young person that's small in height. Doesn't mean you can't play the game of basketball or other sports. He has proven a lot of folks wrong, hasn't he?
Yesterday, you and I said that every time he'd score like that, we'd say, he's too little to play in this game. Boy, he's good.
Everybody just forgot to tell him. And Massey takes it in and works a foul out of Harding.
Just dropped his head, just bulled his way in there and drew the foul. You're right.
Number 21 of Harding.
Take a break, 11-13 remaining. Harding beginning to open it up again with a lot of time to go. The Bisons leading the Wonder Boys. We welcome you back to South Haven, Mississippi. I'm Don Russell along with Steve Reeves here at the DeSoto Civic Center. Arkansas Tech and Harding battling for the 2011 Gulf South Conference Men's Basketball Tournament Championship. And it's 54-37. If you just joined us, the two teams on the floor. Harding University and Arkansas Tech, two of the top Division II teams, not only in the South region, but in the nation. Harding in the black uniforms, Arkansas Tech in the yellow today. And Harding enjoying a 54-38 lead. They have led from the get-go. There have been no lead changes. Blake thought about it. Nice bounce pass down low. Wow. And blocked out of bounds. Nope, it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a Giles. What a nice little bounce pass. The lost art.
Watch this. I thought each official waited on the other one to call it. Watch. Bang. Right there. Giles got his money's worth.
And Kirk Porter.
See, Porter can make both. He's struggled throughout the tournament to make both. Good. Nice looking stroke right there.
He now has 6 points, 8 rebounds.
Usually you make the first one, you'll make the second one. It's the first one that's the tough one. It's the other way from Mr. Porter. Here comes Massey. Getting in that lane.
Good head fake, and he uses the glass. That's what he's done throughout the tournament.
He was something.
Massey now has 5 points and 7 rebounds and 5 assists. A 15-point Harding lead with about 10.5 minutes remaining in the regulation.
What's fun for me as a coach to watch is how patient Harding just stays with their stuff.
They do not get rattled. From the corner, a three. And a rebound tapped out of bounds is off Spencer.
Spencer's a very unheralded athlete on their team that does so much for them, particularly defend.
And Massey just lets it roll into the front court, and now he'll try to set up the half-court game. Haney for the three. Johnson gets the rebound. That's his 8th board. A little slap from behind. Blake keeps it alive. And now Harding's going to try to reset a bit. Ooh, nearly thrown out of bounds. There's a three off the left. Bradley Spencer. How patient was the Bisons that time?
Excellent job. They're winding that clock while they're running that too.
5 of 11 on threes today for Harding. There's one back at the other end.
Jeremy Dunbar.
Jerry Dunbar gives a little, let's get going.
They've got to get him some more shots.
A 15-point advantage. Once again, the patience of Harding. What a nice move. I think they thought that Johnson was going to pass it. He saw the crease and just took it to the hole.
Well, it was Giles' man. Giles just didn't get into him, and he was by Giles before Giles was ready.
17-point lead now.
2-on-1. Will they continue? Back it out.
Say the Bisons have played a smart basketball game tonight. They have really handled themselves very well.
Feeding off that Jameson.
Yep. There's a three. Weston Jameson from the corner. And Jeff Morgan can do nothing but cheer his troops.
Exactly. It's 20 now.
A little reach in. And Bradley Spencer. You think Harding's on a little run here? Coach, let's take a look.
Great feedback. Spencer, nice stroke. We just bragged on him as unheralded star. He does so much stuff. Look at the big guy. Excellent. Look at our post guy in the corner. No, that's Jameson. Excuse me. Boom. Good shot.
Yep. And Dunbar will trigger it in to Massey.
But you want to bet Massey's coming inside, yeah.
Well, they're all taking it inside. At least trying to. Again, that's not Massey's strength.
Well, you like your blockouts when the ball comes all the way down and hits the floor. Everybody's blocking out so well.
Harding now rebounding. Arkansas Tech. Yeah, Tech shooting only 33%. Look at the field goals.
3.
Big 3.
Huge 3.
Sam Brown.
By Sam Brown. And a block underneath. An 11-3 run by Harding. Up, Causey picked his pocket. And a foul by Kevin Brown. Brown took his eye off the ball and it cost him. 7:26 remaining. When you got it going, deep in the corner, a deep 3, and that helps give Harding a 66-33 lead.
DeSoto Civic Center.
Discover CBU. You'll find everything from mobile apps to modern art.
From international finance to immunology.
Explore the possibilities. Research.
Service.
Fun.
From your backyard to the world. Your future, our tradition.
GSC fans and all visitors should feel right at home at the Fairfield Inn, South Haven, Mississippi. Spacious guest rooms, comfortable beds, free wireless internet, and a great complimentary breakfast make this family-friend inn the place to stay. Work out in our fitness room, relax in our hot tub, or spend the day at more than 100 stores within a half-mile radius. And when it's time to eat, there's everything from sushi to pizza nearby. Family-friendly and moderately priced, the Fairfield Inn is ideally located off of I-55 and Goodman Road.
They've risen to the highest levels, achieved honor and success. And still, each of them calls the same place home, the UWA family. For 175 years, the reason there's something about this place. On campus or online, the University of West Alabama.
Boy, everybody's working hard today for Harding. Look at that Bison. You know, he's been busy all week long, and we've been wanting to know who's been in that uniform.
Who is that guy?
I don't know, but Jeff Morgan, right now, you made a great point. When you're coaching like this and things are going, what do?
Leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. These guys are cooking. They are shooting it so good. Now look, and here's what they do. They feed off of good offense with good defense. Look how hard they're playing.
Tech's really going to have to get something in gear here. Seen a few little lower lips during the timeout, kind of sticking out, so they need to get it together if they want to repeat as the champion. There's Causey, and there's a good start there.
He's been a warrior for them. He continues to just slash and drive and do things for them. He's been mighty good.
He's been the only one that's been really consistent today.
He and Massey, that's right. Massey hadn't scored much.
Trying to trap.
Gone to a half-court trap. Man-to-man, looking for chances to trap.
Wow. Put it on the hardwood to cost him. And Causey, well, who was it? I think Jamison thought he got a piece of the ball, but he got a piece of the arm.
He had a lot of ball, though.
Big guys put that ball on the floor.
It does. It does.
It's like, oh, I got to dribble it.
I want to see that set of Techs again. It was like they were zoning out of that thing. They're going to try to trap the ball and then go for some type of rotation or steal inside.
Causey looking to go into double figures. And he can't hit the first of a pair.
Coach Morgan gets his senior in, an excellent ball handler, and the free throw shooter that you want on the line down the stretch.
Stephen Blake. And you know, Harding still shooting 57% from the floor, 53% from three, and they've held Tech to 34% shooting.
Right. Yeah, I expected Tech to pick up 4, but they're in a zone trap now, kind of a 1-3-1 look.
A 20-point lead for Harding.
Here's the trap over here.
Good trap, too.
Yeah, they will take you down in that trap.
This is where Stephen Blake comes into play. Good movement.
Bam.
Bingo.
3. Inside
Sam
out. Beautiful.
Brown.
Sam Brown.
Yeah, reverse to the weak side. Sam Brown answers like he has both ball games. Loose ball.
Massey lost it on the held ball.
Jump ball.
17 for Sam Brown. How about this young man?
Excellent reversal. Ball reversal against that trap. Tech sprints down to try to double the ball on the baseline. Leaves the weak side open. Great shot.
They were looking at him. Did you see that? He's hit 3 out of 5 threes, too. 69-46. And a bump in the backcourt. It's going to be on Williamson. You know, one factor here, and again, we still got a long time to go, but it appears as if, and again, I've been here all week, you talk to people all the time, it's a little bit different ball game when you have to play from behind, especially against a team that's shooting as well and defending as well as Harding, and they'll take the timeout, couldn't get it in.
Yeah, when they're shooting 60% from the floor, it's hard to continually come back when you're working so hard. They're scoring almost 2 out of every 3, and you're scoring 1 out of 3. And they're working so hard, Tech is, but they just haven't found the offense that they need.
You know, CSS is the only place to experience it when it comes to college baseball in the South. And don't miss the action this week as Alabama takes on Georgia. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Visit CSSSports.com to see the most up-to-date schedules. Baseball season, Delta State. Great. Good baseball in this league now.
Great baseball at Delta State. A heritage like you cannot believe. And they've struggled a little bit early, but they'll come on. They'll be an excellent ball club again before it's over.
I think North Alabama's good in the league as well.
West Alabama out here once again.
And a holding foul on the backcourt. It's going to be on Williamson.
And that will send Bradley Spencer to the line, I believe.
That's 4 on Williamson. Well, Coach, you're good at watching body language because as a coach, you have to watch that. Tech, last couple of timeouts, like I said, we saw a few lower lips and heads down a bit.
Well, check their record. They haven't been there much.
No.
They've been on
24-4.
They have dominated for the last number of years. In every situation, they've been so good.
That's one of the nicest guys you saw there, Jeff Morgan, you'll ever want to meet in this business. Bradley Spencer, that's what he's done. And the lefty puts it in. 18 years he's been at the helm at Harding.
And got a chance tonight to win his first conference championship.
He's 6 minutes away. There's another good play by Causey. I tell you, he's been the light shining for Arkansas Tech today.
By far.
12 points. Only player in double figures for Tech. And Harding has 3. There's a good play inside again. Massey. There's still plenty of time. It's a 21-point lead, but now you're seeing pressure all over the floor.
Got a steal, and then he falls in the double team. Massey picks it up here.
And now they're getting after him, and they got it back on the turnover. The Wonder Boys trying to get a spurt here in the final 5.5 minutes.
Wow.
And Williamson had the rebound, and someone slapped it away. Doug Carlskent, he was the West Division Coach of the Year, and well-deserving indeed.
Rightfully so, yes.
Dunbar got the friendly bounce over the lip of the rim. Jeremy Dunbar. He now has 11 points. And again, Harding beats that press, and they're not going to be in any hurry.
Take 20 seconds off of this clock.
Blake.
Mr. Brown.
Yeah. I think it was Sanders that was hanging on. You know, last night, that's 3 on Sanders. It was the 3-pointers for Harding. The 14 threes But today, even though they're shooting three-pointers well, 8 of 14, they have run their offense to perfection.
Well, we talked about how low the free throw numbers were early, but they're fixing to mount up quickly now because Tech has to continually stop that clock. They've either got to get a steal or foul and put them on the line to get as many possessions as possible down the stretch here.
You saw a moment ago the statistics for Brown. Now he has 15. Well, that story, as the picture tells you there. 1 out of 2, a 20-point lead with 4:47 remaining. There's the three, in and out. It's halfway down and popped out of there, and Brown pulls it out, and he's fouled.
The Warrior.
Yep.
The Warrior goes up and cleans it. He's a man in there. Has been ever since he came.
That's 4 fouls now. So that's 2. I thought they were going to put it on Williamson. It's going to be on Massey. And Brown will step back up at the line. Kevin has hit 3 out of 5. Has 5 rebounds. And all you do is look at the anticipation over on the Harding bench. One out of 2. Massey quickly up to Dunbar. Here's that 3 on the way. And Massey gets the rebound to try to go back up with it. And I think he was shoved from behind. That's the indication.
That was a poor call there. We haven't said anything about the officials, but the defender was straight up and down, and Massey was just trying to draw some kind of contact and kicked it out. He didn't shoot it. He was not shooting the basketball. See that?
Yep.
Never even looked at the goal. Now they've got him on the line at a 1-and-1.
Foul was on Johnson. Harding still at 58% from the field. This one rolls around and crawls in for Massey. 8 points, 10 rebounds for Lath, 6 assists. And 1 out of 2, and Kevin Brown skies to get the board. And here again, the scurry all over the court from the Tech defense. And they break it easily. And an easy bucket for Hayden Johnson.
Good play by Harding because Tech's got 5 men up on this end pressing. There's nobody guarding back.
Johnson now with 11 points. And that's going to be a travel. You know, you got to have patience when you're facing the press. Watch how well they handle it here, Steve.
Boom. Everybody up. Those guards have got their head up and they're looking.
That's why they say see the floor, right?
See the floor.
Steal and a basket by Jared Williamson. With 4 minutes to go. And a foul in the backcourt.
And once again, you see 5 up, and you can't blame them. That's an excellent way. They've taken away all passing lanes, not giving the guy with the ball anywhere to throw it.
3:58 remaining. Harding 75, Arkansas Tech 55. Will the Bisons get their first GSC title? Wait and see.
Here's timeout in DeSoto Civic Center.
Well, the GSC about to wrap up its men's championship. We have 3:58 remaining, and that's about as quiet as that basketball's been all day. Jeff Morgan, been there 18 years as the head coach. And Steve, we talked during the break, and he's done such a great job building the program. And again, the last year for both of these teams, the Arkansas schools and the GSC, nobody, if they can hang on, nobody more deserving than that guy. And you know, you won championships. That's kind of the cherry on top of the milkshake there, isn't it?
Well, they evaluate, right or wrong, they evaluate you by that when you're through. And it really would not have been fair for Jeff. I'm so happy for him because he does it the right way. He recruits the right way, he gets good kids, he graduates them, and he coaches them up, and he loves them. I'm so happy for him to get the chance to do this.
Oh, block. Massey tried to go up with that left hand, and Hayden Johnson said, "How's this taste?" Wow.
Boy, he's played great off the bench, hasn't he? Hayden Johnson has been super for them.
Been a real team effort today. Causey. Might travel. Dunbar off the wing.
That's what they're missing from.
They
needed two halves like that. He's beginning to shoot it now.
Dunbar is 14 points, 3 rebounds.
Quick trap, cut up the middle. Nice job.
And Harding has done an excellent job against this pressure. Harding's not an easy team to press, are they? Not with the speed on the floor.
Very good ball handlers in there. They keep trapping.
Blake got a little bump down the side. Now he's out of here.
Good save.
What about that? Spencer went up to get it.
Look at it.
There's a reverse shot. Won't go in. Rebound. Back up. Knocked away out of bounds. And Hayden Johnson has been a warrior today.
If you got kids like that coming off the bench, you're pretty good. Boy, he's played well.
That was his 9th rebound. He has 11 points.
See how unselfish Brown is?
Yep.
Throws it back out and winds that clock.
This is where that shot clock helps you. You can milk it down. Held ball.
Their ball possession, yeah. But Harding took a lot of time off that clock.
Yes, they did.
2 possessions just killed that clock.
So Arkansas Tech, the Wonder Boys, trying to get back anywhere close to this. There goes Brown, and he's fouled.
Nice play. Nice play.
Man, I tell you
what. It's kind of hard to press that.
Oh, it is.
When the guy plucks it up there about 10 feet and then dribbles the length. Watch it.
You ever had that look on your face?
Oh, many times. Many times. Yes.
Steve Reeves, the retired great coach from Delta State University. And some nights you got it and some nights you don't. And you know, like Jeff, you said the best line. These are one of the nights you just kind of, don't mess it up, but enjoy it.
That's right.
And his team has responded in a big-time way. What do you think the odds were coming into this tournament that Harding would knock off your top seed and possibly now it appears your number 2 seed?
Yeah, actually, you're 1 seed on both sides.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. Right. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Arkansas Tech.
2-13, and they're up 20. And nobody's substitute.
Well, the thing about the Division II basketball that I love so well is you're going to see both of these teams plus others from the league. There's a good play. It was short from Dunbar, but put in there by Jared Williamson. As you get multiple teams when you get to the postseason from a conference like the GSC that's strong.
And there was years ago we didn't. Now we do. You're right. 10 seconds. Wow.
Don't see that much in there. Here's that. Okay. Is that a pass?
No, Stephen Blake missed his block on that. It was a shot. He just missed it.
Yeah. An 18-point lead, 1:50 to go. And Blake has the rebound. Knocked away, it'll stay with Harding with 1:32 remaining.
Something you have to say, though. Tech is playing as hard as
Oh,
it can
yeah.
play.
I mean, it hadn't been
They
a
are
lack of
chasing
effort.
and doubling. They're playing so hard. And they're trapping and rolling so much, I started counting jerseys. I thought they slipped an extra man out there.
And you know, at tournament time, it's who's playing at their best, too. And Harding has been the best team this week as it looks right now. And Brown.
Kevin Brown.
Underneath to jam it down. 19 for Kevin, along with 7 rebounds. That's why he's a first-team All-GSC performer. Causey, wow.
Caught him for a block. 58 seconds. I believe Coach Morgan's going to win his first one.
Yep. 21. Hayden Johnson.
Look at this.
Boom. That is his 5th personal foul.
That's 5 fouls now on Hayden Johnson, but what about the job he did?
Tremendous. He really has.
11 points, 9 rebounds off the bench. And the Harding folks that are made the trip here have had a lot to cheer about.
Arkansas Tech has been a tremendous program for 3 years. They really have. Dominated the tournament for us twice, and then have dominated up through this ball game. Had a tough night tonight. Found a team that was hotter than they are. But boy, what a great 3 years they've had. And they've got a great chance still of hosting the regional next week. With Huntsville losing early, them in the finals, they could host.
It's going to be real interesting. Brown gets the rebound and covers it up. That's Sam Brown. And with just less than a minute to go, it's Harding 80, Arkansas Tech 61. And you know, that's why we play these games and we have these postseason tournaments. Those young men have their dollars down now, but the great thing I love about D2, see guys go tee it up again next week.
I wasn't at Delta State a week when Coach Blue Ferris told me, he said, you take a 19-year-old and a ball and anything can happen. You never know.
That's so true.
Sam Brown.
Sam Brown will go to the line looking for his 18th point.
Coach Morgan cleaning the bench.
Yep. You saw Williamson's play today for Tech. And a lot of hugs and new faces.
Number 42, Zach Roddenberry. Number 40, Jordan Layrock.
And you know the thing about this too, you know you're going to win the conference championship, but nobody goes wacko because you know your business is just starting again with the NCAA. You can't enjoy it very long, can you?
Well, he needs to enjoy this.
He does. He deserves
He hasn't
it.
had this moment in his coaching career, and he needs to enjoy this.
And nobody, as I mentioned earlier, more deserving. That one partially blocked. That's 8 blocks now for Harding. That one went off one of the officials at midcourt.
Number 40, Jordan Layrock, replacing number 22, Sam Brown.
Ragsdale is in. We got them all out now.
Yeah.
Roddenberry, Layrock, they're all out on the floor now.
Stand there and allow yourself to get trapped. Nice job.
Just over 20 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. Here's a 3 on the way, no good. And knocked out of bounds. Well, the last time was 2008. Jeff Morgan had the Harding Bisons in the finals. And he's 4 seconds away. And the Harding Bisons win their
That's
first
the ball
ever
game. Your final score:
Gulf South
Harding
Conference
University
Basketball
80,
Championship
Arkansas
on the
Tech
men's side.
University 61.
And those two coaches,
And your
Carl Kent
2011
and Jeff
Gulf
Morgan,
South
they'll be
Conference
right back in
men's
business
basketball
next
tournament
week.
champions,
But a
Harding
terrific
University.
day for the Harding Bisons. And Coach, I tell you what, they were lights out last night and today.
Boy, they played so hard, and they shot it as good or better in the 2 nights than they have all year, and they peaked at the right time. We use that term loosely sometime, but they have played their best basketball at conference time.
58% from the floor, 53% from three-point land, 40 points in the paint.
Wow. Is all 4 starters?
He finally clapped.
I think he almost smiled, didn't he?
But you're right, and he's making his way over to our Jim Cavall now, and I know, Jim, you got a happy guy there, partner. He will be.
Thanks a lot, guys. Coach Morgan, you were here about 3 years ago. You guys fell short to CBU. Today, you got a title.
I'm just so proud for these young men. I mean, this is been the greatest group of guys I think we've ever had to coach, and I'm just really fired up for them because they have worked so hard all year, and it's just an amazing group of kids.
Coach, you shot near 60% 2 nights in a row. You guys won some games coming into this game that pretty much got you into the regionals. Now you're there for sure. What does this mean for Harding University basketball here in 2011?
Well, it's great for our program, and I'm just, like I said, it all goes to these kids. I'm just so fired up for them. It's not the most talented group we've ever had, but it's the best team that we've ever had, and it's just an amazing group of kids, and to win the championship the last year that we're going to be in it. It's been a great run through these 11 years that we've been over here to South Haven and Tupelo, and we've got a lot of great memories. This is a great way to cap it off.
Congratulations, Coach. Go celebrate with your team.
Thanks.
Proof that the team is bigger than the individual guys. Don, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. And, Coach, you can't help but get a little tear in your eye either. It's special, isn't it?
I get emotional for him because I know what it feels like. And those kids have really bought into what he's taught them and been there. And they were great. That's a great team to watch. They were not by far. And I said exactly what he said, didn't I, at the beginning of the ballgame?
You did.
I've seen a number of teams that he had with a lot more talent, but none that played harder and played together than this group that Jeff's got.
Well, our congratulations to the Harding Bison for picking up their first ever GSC men's basketball championship. And boy, what a tournament it was. 80-61 is the final score. Harding will leave the GSC, but they will leave it with great thoughts as they capture the championship over Arkansas Tech, 80-61. Thanks to our crew. Thanks to you for watching. It's been a great tournament here in South Haven. For my teammates today, Steve Reeves and Jim Cavall, I'm Don Russell. Thanks for joining us as Harding wins it 80-61. Stay tuned for more great sports on CSS.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here at the Gulf South Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. As we begin these closing ceremonies, first let me thank the DeSoto Civic Center staff, with a special thank you to Corey Hoffman, the technical director, and his staff, who have spent endless hours here making sure that everything from the lights to the video have worked properly. It's been a flawless tournament, and we appreciate your efforts. We especially appreciate the cooperation and assistance of their general manager, Stuart Taylor, and his assistants, and everyone who works here, from the parking lot attendants who were freezing outside wearing parkas to the concession stand workers in here. Thank you very much for being so good to us. I'd like to thank the staff of our host institution, Delta State University, in particular, Athletic Director Jeremy McLean, Head Athletic Trainer Gerald Jordan, and Sports Information Director and Assistant AD Matt Jones. They've been wonderful to work with. We appreciate all the endless volunteer hours they've put in to make this work. Also like to thank the liaison for basketball for the Gulf South Conference, Mark Linder, Our broadcasters, Don Russell, Steve Reeves, Lloyd Clark, and Jim Cavall, they've done fantastic work, and we appreciate the endless hours they've put in as well. Also from the GSC office, Mike Anderson, the Assistant Commissioner for Media and Public Affairs, Albert A.A. Moore, Sports Information Assistant, and our Senior Woman Administrator, Andrea Anderson. Thank you to all of you for making this very, very special. I also want to thank all of the SIDs, many of whom stayed and worked after their teams had finished playing. Without them, we can't make this happen. And last but not least, certainly, these folks who worked at the scorer's table, keeping the stats and working so hard to make sure it was done right, and we appreciate everything you've done these last 4 days. Thank you, guys. I now direct your attention to the all-tournament team. And since all of you are here, please come out and be recognized when your name is called. First, from Arkansas Tech, Johnny Davis. Next, from Harding University, Kevin Brown. From Arkansas Tech, Jeremy Dunbar. And from Harding University, Sam Brown. From Arkansas Tech, Laith Massey. And the most outstanding player in this year's men's basketball championship tournament, from Harding University, Stephen Blake. Ladies and gentlemen, your all-tournament team from this year's Gulf South Conference Men's Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gulf South Conference tradition is recognizing both teams. So first, let's start with our runner-up team this year, Arkansas Tech University. Their record right now, 24 wins, just 5 defeats. Coach Carlskint has maintained the tradition of excellence in his first year, and I would expect that that will continue for a long, long time. It's a great institution. Russellville is a wonderful place to visit. I suspect I'll be back there later this week to be the NCAA rep hosting the women's basketball tournament, and I'm sure that the men will be headed to a regional as well. This has been a great season for Tech. They've battled tooth and nail for that top spot, close #1, top-ranked team in the country, stayed in the top 10. Guys, I know it's tough today, but there's another game or 2 or 3 or more in the horizon for you. Good luck at the NCAA regionals. Thank you for playing so hard. And as they head off the court for the final time, again, how about a nice round of applause for these Wonder Boys? Thank you.